As the Bluebirds just entering the field of play. Down below us, as you can see, get set to face their third consecutive League Two opposition this afternoon, Exeter City, before turning attention back across the road to the Cardiff City Stadium in front of you guys
as well. And really good to see Tom Davies back out there. He's really impressed in that left wing back role, hasn't he?
He certainly has, yeah. Atangana steps away from Tomlin. Look at the ball back here. He's stretching to keep it in play. He's headed away. Rolls a little late in there. And a chance for Matt J. It's just dragged wide. Neat interplay though from Exeter. Flint again looking, not quite crossfield, but looking to drop that ball into Tom Davies. He does ever so well, as does Davies. Bit of space then for Tomlin. Matt J working close to him. Oh, left by Collins, thinking he was just going to run to Gavin Whyte in behind. Didn't quite find his target, but that's broken up again by McGuinness and Cardiff back on the attack. Tomlin uses Davies as a decoy that time. That's a really testing ball into the box. James Collins, the intended target, and it's sliced behind by George Ray for a Cardiff corner. First of the game.
A lovely cross from Lee Tomlin, isn't it? Just playing at walking pace in the past couple of minutes, but really just picking out those...
Ball to Ralls, touched off to Vaulks. So Tomlin's enjoying himself. I imagine young Tom Davies is as well, because he just knows he's got Tomlin 5 yards away from him, asking for the ball at every opportunity. Clever play from Tomlin, quick thinking from Tomlin. Collins is in, but the flag's gone up, unfortunately. A bit of ingenuity again from Tomlin. Lured Caprice into that tackle. I think he had a little bit of a kick out in the phase before that, so he knew that Caprice was going to come. Crossfield looking for Davies, might fall for Davies. Caprice took a risk and forced Sweeney and Brown into some evasive action. Still alive for Cardiff, and G was in some space on that far side, but Cardiff worked the left flank instead. Overlapping run from Davies. Oh, looking for a little movement of Collins near the penalty spot. Exeter survive and launch an attack themselves. He's on his own here, the youngster Randall, up against 4 defenders. Support finally arriving. One of those is Matt J. Matt J has found the back of the net with a really composed finish. I said he's a player in form. The Exeter captain scored 20 goals last season and shows his threat there with a really well-taken finish.
And City were just starting to stamp some authority on this game, really, camping with Exeter camped back in their own half, but that's the threat that the counter-attack gives you. One loose pass and they were able to attack up the pitch down the left-hand side. A couple of neat passes, and it's a very good finish in the end too.
Younger talent from the 23s and the 18s that have been involved in the first team squad this summer. So it's a bigger squad than we first thought. Tomlin, bit of space. Oh, cuts onto his right, shoots across a goalkeeper, and it skips inches narrowly wide.
Well, he's been Cardiff City's main creative spark all afternoon, hasn't he? So Exeter City will not want to be giving the ball away to him there in that position too often. Gets the ball in just that little bit too much space, 30 yards out, and so nearly finds the bottom corner with that reverse shot.
Pass from Ralls to find Gavin Whyte. Whyte involved again. Oh, and fake to shoot and then try to lift a ball to Perry and G. Still there for Cardiff. Whyte again trying to thread a ball, this time to Collins. Been involved in this game. Gavin Whyte worked hard on the right to that front three. Advantage played here. Ralls collapses in on young Randall. Counter-attack opportunity though, and Nombe a yard or so away from turning that home inside the 6-yard box again. Exeter dangerous on the counter-attack.
Yeah, it's just been those 2 counter-attacks really, 2 sites of goal and really not too far away.
He was comfortable playing this position, Gavin Whyte, didn't he? Of course, he played as a striker for Crusaders before making the move to Oxford. He was a pretty prolific goal scorer in the Irish League. Here he is, back to goal, holding off one defender, and then gets his ankle hacked by Atangana. It'll be a free kick opportunity for the Bluebirds, and you imagine, with his tail up, Lee Tomlin will fancy this.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be taking this one quickly.
No. Right-footed. Tomlin sweeps it towards goal, comfortably pushed away by Brown. These players that lasts a couple of weeks into the season. So I'm looking for Davies here. So for a smaller guy, does compete well in the air. Tom Davies said I saw him play at Weston for the under-23s a couple of weeks ago, and that would impress me. But also, what really impressed McCarthy, who was sat just to my left-hand side that evening, was his aerial challenges. Whyte here, that chance for Collins. And he's not going to miss from there. And Cardiff pop up with a counter-attack of their own. First time in the game they've really been able to steal that ball high up the pitch. It's the combination of Gavin Whyte and James Collins that brings Cardiff level just before the half-time whistle.
Yeah, we've been trying to build from deep all afternoon really, but it is just that loose pass and a quick counter-attack there that in the end allows us to draw level this afternoon. And Gavin Whyte took up a good position there on the right-hand side and played in the perfect cross, just wins the ball back and plays it in for James Collins, scores 4th of pre-season on the spot there and wasn't really going to make any mistake from just a few yards out.
Vaulks looking for Flint again. Oh, it reaches Flint in the end. He just wasn't expecting it, and that's because Jack Sparks, the young fullback in front of him, ball in that area. Exeter. Nombe, that's a lovely little touch to Caprice. Might get it back again from Jay. He does. Chance to pick a cross. Very nearly does so. But that's some really heads-up defended from Aidan Flint to slide in and slide the ball away for the corner.
Just seeing slightly more of that counter-attack in play, aren't we? And they did find a bit of space out there on the right-hand side. Good little 1-2, and as he slides the ball in, Aidan Flint has to stretch every inch of his frame to get in there and put it behind for a corner kick.
Here is Jay, scorer of the Exeter goal. Good whipped corner. Nelson needs to deal with it at the back post. He doesn't. And it's a second for the visitors. There's a fine finish in the end by centre-back Piers Sweeney. Hammering the ball home between the legs of Alex Smithies. Cardiff with 2 opportunities there to clear. Don't win the near post header. Not dealt with by Nelson either. And Sweeney just went for power and made no mistake. Harris gets away with it. Little 1-2 in the midfield from Randall. Got Caprice offering width on that far side. Randall would get it back. Ball to the edge of the area to Jay. Jay wants it back again. Jay looking for a second and draws a really smart stop from Alex Smithies in the end. Really intelligent play again from Matt Jay. Just the ability to find space around the area. Push a little bit further forward and play just off Sam Nombe. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Giovanni Brown soon as well. I haven't particularly been impressed by Nombe. Classic thing for a commentator to say with 28 minutes still left of the game, that you haven't been impressed with an opposition striker. Ooh, there's a penalty. It is a penalty. I said it, he's going to ask for the penalty there, Mark Harris, and he's duly got it. Just a real mix-up on the right-hand side of that Exeter defensive line. Yes, George Ray just gets himself in a right old muddle. Harris himself with the opportunity from the spot here to level the scores. Harris against Brown, and it's hammered home with real aplomb by Mark Harris, and the Bluebirds are level. Well,
he looked confident the second he picked the ball up there, didn't he? And he certainly hit that with conviction, and he fully earned that penalty all on his own, really, because he was probably firm second favourite for that ball in behind, but he chased it down from that position and managed to get goal side, and from that position the defender had no option but to bring him down, and really emphatic penalty to convert it and bring the Bluebirds back level.
We wish him well. Sweeney, lovely ball to find the run of Archie Collins into the box, and this time it's Exeter asking for a penalty. Little coming together between Collins and Ralls, and well, put it this way, you can see why they asked the question. Ralls put himself between man and ball and might just have got enough on it as he just eased the player out of the way.
Yeah, slightly fortunate, I think, there, unless we do see that Rousey did somehow get a touch on the ball, because it did look like he just ushered the player away from it.
Well, you know me, my default position is to defend Joe Rolls to the hilt, but he, unless they felt, as the referee did press, the ball was slightly behind Collins anyway. There's a free kick for Sparks, and it just drifted wide of that connection between near post and crossbar. Try and work out a better crossing opportunity on the far side. It's closed down though. Back to Sweeney. Flint can't get there ahead of Seymour. Dieng to Atangana. That's broken up well by Flint that time though, and Vaulks looking to angle a ball in behind for the run of Giles. Finds the runner. Giles needs some support. He needs a target to aim for. Looks back post for Harris. Takes a nick off the defender's boot, Hartridge, and there'll be a corner on the far side.
Yeah, he made just the right run there, Giles, just keeping that extra backline honest and getting him behind there. Vaulks was...
Giles, dangerous delivery, dangerous touch from the defender. And I think it's Aidan Flint, is it? Flinging himself. Yeah, Vaulks to take again. This time towards the near post, looking for Kieran Brown. Bowen keeps it alive. Bowen will get it back and fashions a shot that ripples the outside of the side netting. Kipman, Dave Bush was celebrating behind the goal, but I'm thinking of it in basketball terms. Left-footed free kicks, poor one. Pack closing down. Seymour, chance to turn in the box and asks for a penalty against McGuinness.
Sure if the referee was looking in the right direction at that point. I'm not sure if it was perhaps as good a shout as the one on Joe Rules earlier on, but...
And that will be all she wrote. Bang on the 90 minutes. The referee pulls a full-time whistle on another competitive pre-season outing for the Bluebirds. A 2-2 draw here.